Ever wondered why it feels like you're dragging 1,000 pounds of emotional baggage? That's because you are. Imagine trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of bricks. It's not just difficult, it's downright impossible. That's what holding on to emotional attachments feels like. You're trying to move forward, but the weight of past relationships and experiences is holding you back. It's a race you can't win. Detachment is about lightening that load. It's about understanding that some connections no longer serve you. They're bricks in your backpack, making your journey harder than it needs to be. It's not about being cold or unfeeling. It's about acknowledging that these attachments are causing you more harm than good. Detachment is the act of loving yourself enough to let go of what hurts you. So it's time to lighten the load, drop the bricks, and let's start this emotional marathon. Ever tried to hold a beach ball underwater? That's what suppressing emotions feels like. You push it down and it pops up somewhere else, often when you least expect it. It's exhausting, isn't it? That's because emotions, like beach balls, have a knack for resurfacing. So why not let them? Now imagine you're in a pool with that giant inflatable beach ball. Instead of trying to submerge it, let it float, let it bob around. Notice how much easier it is. That's what acknowledging your emotions feels like. It's accepting that you're human and it's okay to have feelings. So if you're sad, allow yourself to feel sad. If you're angry, it's okay to feel angry. And if you're hurt, it's perfectly fine to feel hurt. Emotions are not your enemies. They are signals telling you something about your experience. Remember, it's okay to let the beach ball pop up every now and then. Ever tried to control the weather? Yeah, it's about as successful as controlling your emotions. Picture this, you're standing in your garden, brandishing your TV remote at the sky, jabbing at the volume down button, hoping to quiet the thunder. Absurd, right? But isn't it equally absurd trying to dictate how your heart should behave? Consider this. Emotions, like weather, are natural phenomena. They come and go, ebb and flow. Just as you would prepare for a storm rather than attempt to prevent it, it's key to equip yourself to handle your emotions, not suppress them. It's about understanding that the sun will shine again after the storm has passed. It's about embracing the rain, knowing it's part of the natural cycle of life. It's about releasing control with grace. So, put down the remote control and let the weather do its thing. Ever tried to keep a squirrel out of your garden? You'll need more than a "please keep out" sign. The same goes for our emotional health. Let's imagine your heart as a delightful English garden filled with vibrant blooms and lush greenery. It's a place of peace and beauty, but without a sturdy fence, all sorts of critters can wander in, creating havoc. Setting emotional boundaries is like building that fence around your garden. It's a way of saying, this is my space and here are the rules. It's not about shutting people out, but rather protecting your emotional space. And just like your garden, these boundaries may need regular maintenance because, let's face it, squirrels can be persistent. Setting limits is a crucial step towards healing. It's about recognizing what you can control. Your feelings, your reactions, your space, and letting go of what you can't. So time to build that emotional fence and keep those pesky squirrels out. Ever tried to eat just one chip from the bag? Yeah, social media is kind of like that. It's a never-ending scroll of images, status updates, and videos. Sometimes it's a wholesome puppy video, other times it's your ex enjoying their life without you. And like a bag of chips, it's hard to stop at just one post. This is where a social media detox comes in. It's about taking a break, giving your heart a breather. It's not about running away, but more about creating a space for healing. You wouldn't keep picking at a physical wound, right? Think of a social media detox as a bandage for your emotional wounds. It allows you to focus on you without the constant bombardment of virtual life. It's about choosing what you consume rather than mindlessly scrolling. And remember, it's not forever, it's just for now. So put down the chips, or in this case, your phone. Ever try to avoid a billboard on your daily commute? It's about as easy as avoiding someone you're trying to detach from. Now, imagine if that billboard was constantly popping up in your living room, your office, even your favorite cafe. That's what it feels like when you're trying to move on, but still in regular contact with the person you're detaching from. It's like a constant reminder of what you're trying to leave behind. That's why limiting contact is so important. It's not about being cruel or cold, it's about giving yourself the space to heal. So if you find yourself constantly running into that proverbial billboard, maybe it's time to change your route. Unfriend, unfollow, block if you must. It may feel harsh, but it's part of the healing process. Remember, it's okay to change your route to avoid that billboard. Remember when you used to enjoy painting before Bob entered your life and turned everything upside down? Yes, that's right. Delving into your passions and hobbies can be a powerful way to regain your sense of self. Picture this. Bob, with his chaotic energy, comes along and your quiet evenings of painting are replaced with his loud rock music. It's a bit like painting a serene landscape, only to have a tornado sweep through your canvas, but here's the good part. The tornado has passed and you're left with a blank canvas, a chance to pick up where you left off. Paint your own landscape, fill it with the colors that make you smile. This is your masterpiece, your life, and Bob doesn't get to decide the color scheme anymore. Rediscovering your hobbies isn't just about filling time, it's about reconnecting with the parts of yourself that bring you joy. So pick up that paintbrush and let Bob be a distant memory. Ever tried to pour from an empty cup? It's about as successful as trying to heal without self-care. You see, when we're embroiled in the throes of heartache, we often neglect one crucial person: ourselves. It's like trying to win a marathon without training. Now imagine your well-being as a garden. If left unattended, the weeds of stress and sorrow can overtake it, but with consistent care, it can bloom into a sanctuary of peace. Self-care isn't just bubble baths and spa days, though those can be lovely. It's also nourishing meals, regular exercise, and quality sleep. It's setting aside time to do what you love, whether that's painting, dancing, or even a good old Netflix binge. It's about being your own best friend and treating yourself with kindness, so fill up your cup first. You can't pour from an empty one. Scene script. Ever tried to eat a whole cake in one sitting? Yeah, it's about as pleasant as saying yes to things that hurt you. Imagine this, you're at a party and there's a scrumptious cake on the table. It's tempting, isn't it? But would you eat the whole thing in one go? Probably not. It's too much, too rich, too overwhelming. That's exactly what it's like when we keep saying yes to things that don't serve us, that hurt us, that make us feel less than we are. Now imagine if you could just say no. No to the extra slice of cake, no to the situations that drain you, no to the people who bring you down. That, my friends, is the power of no. It's not about being negative, it's about setting boundaries. It's about making choices that honor you, that respect you, that allow you to grow and flourish. Remember, it's okay to say no to the cake, or in this case, to anything that hurts you. Ever tried to move a piano by yourself? Yeah, it's about as easy as healing alone. Now picture this. You're not just hauling any old piano, but a grand one that weighs as much as a small car. That's the weight of heartache you're trying to shift. The thing is, we're not built to bear these burdens alone. We're social creatures, you see, engineered for connection and support. We thrive on the care and companionship of others. It's like having a crew to help you move that grand piano. Suddenly the impossible task becomes manageable, even enjoyable. Your loved ones are your crew. They're there to lend a shoulder, offer a kind word, and provide a safe space for your healing process. They remind you that you're not alone, that it's okay to lean on others when the load gets too heavy. So call your friends or family. They're your moving crew in this journey. Ever tried to remember a dream from a week ago? Yeah, it's about as easy as processing emotions without writing them down. Picture this. Your mind is like a bustling city and your emotions are the people trying to find their way. Without a map, they wander aimlessly, causing chaos and congestion. Now imagine giving these emotions a map in the form of pen and paper. Suddenly they know where to go. They're seen, heard, and understood. This is the power of journaling. It's not about writing a bestseller or crafting perfect prose. It's about honesty and clarity. It's about taking those swirling, messy feelings and giving them a clear direction. It's therapeutic, cathartic, and yes, it can even be fun. It's like having a conversation with yourself, a priceless chance to gain insight into your own heart. So pick up that pen and let your emotions flow on paper. Now, if you've enjoyed this emotional roller coaster ride together, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Each click helps lighten the load, making your journey of detachment a tad bit easier. Remember, every like and subscribe is a brick dropped from your emotional backpack. Ever looked back at your high school photos and cringed? Yeah, that's growth. Now let's apply that to the emotional realm. It might be a bit trickier, but trust me, it's equally rewarding. Imagine you're flipping through the metaphorical photo album of your past relationships. You might see a few haircuts, or rather, heartaches, that make you cringe. But remember, each of those moments was a step on your journey to becoming the resilient person you are today. Just like that questionable mullet that you thought was a good idea at the time, those past attachments served a purpose. They taught you what you needed to learn about love, about others, and most importantly, about yourself. So as you reflect on your past, don't just focus on the cringe-worthy bits. Look for the growth. Recognize the strength you gained from each experience. So take a moment to cringe, laugh, and appreciate how far you've come. Ever tried to enjoy a movie with a noisy crowd around you? Yeah, solitude can be a blessing. Think about it, alone time is like being in your own private cinema with no distractions, no interruptions, just you and the movie. It's a chance to immerse yourself, to feel deeply and to reflect. In the same way, solitude can offer us the space to dive into the depths of our own thoughts and emotions. It gives us the opportunity to explore, to learn, and to grow. It's a time to recharge, to reset, and to re-energize. It's a time to rediscover our own company, to cultivate self-love, and to strengthen our self-reliance. It's about relishing the silence, embracing our own thoughts, and dancing to the rhythm of our own heartbeat. So don't shy away from solitude. It's not about being alone, it's about being with yourself. So grab your popcorn and enjoy your movie. Alone time can be a pretty sweet deal. Ever tried to drive while looking in the rearview mirror? Yeah, it's about as successful as moving forward while stuck in the past. You see, life, much like driving, requires a forward focus. Sure, glancing back occasionally as necessary provides context and helps us learn from our journey. But if we're constantly fixated on what's behind us, we'll miss the opportunities and possibilities that lie ahead. Embracing new possibilities is like opening a new chapter in the book of your life. Yes, the previous chapter may have ended on a sad note, but the beauty of turning the page lies in the blank spaces waiting to be filled. It's a chance to rewrite your narrative, to create new memories, to meet new people, to explore new horizons. So here's the key takeaway. Don't let your past hold you hostage. It's time to unchain yourself from the anchors of yesterday and sail towards the dawn of tomorrow. So keep your eyes on the road ahead. The rearview mirror is for occasional glances, not constant stares. Well, we've come to the end of our emotional marathon today. We hope this guide helps you on your journey of self-discovery and healing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the love. And remember, life is a marathon, not a sprint. So drop those bricks and keep moving forward.
Savored this video. Fancy another? Click the on-screen video for an even deeper dive into fresh territory. Your support is like a warm cuppa on a brisk day. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell for the latest content. Cheers for watching.